Did you know that within the first 7 seconds of meeting someone, they've already formed an opinion about you? That's right, your body language, tone, and even the way you stand or move can make a lasting impression before you say a word. And here's something even crazier. Studies show that people are more likely to remember your energy and presence than anything you actually say. So, how do you make those 7 seconds count? How do you instantly become more charismatic, more engaging, and more confident? The truth is, charisma isn't just for the naturally gifted, it's a skill anyone can learn. In this video, we're going to reveal the secrets of becoming a more magnetic speaker and presence. We'll dive into strategies like the power of silence. Yes, it's more powerful than talking non-stop, how to use your body language to win over any crowd, and how to craft stories that stick in people's minds. We'll even show you how to harness your own energy so you can walk into any room and own it. Stick around, because these tips will not only make you a better speaker, they'll make you unforgettable. Ready to unlock your full potential? Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Power of Silence. Master the art of the pause. When we think about speaking well, we often focus on what we say, but silence can be just as powerful. Silence doesn't just fill space, it creates a moment for the audience to absorb what you've said. A well-timed pause makes your words more impactful. In fact, studies show that when speakers use pauses, the audience tends to process information better and remember it longer. Take Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech, for example. His pauses weren't accidental, they were a tool he used to let the weight of his words sink in. Research by Dr. Albert Mehrabian reveals that non-verbal cues, including pauses, make up 93% of communication's impact. So, silence isn't just an absence of sound, it's a strategic choice. The best part? Pauses don't have to be long. A 1-second pause can create a dramatic effect. It allows you to look at your audience, make eye contact, and control the pace of your speech. If you rush through your words, you risk losing your audience's attention. But with pauses, you give people space to reflect on what you just said. Imagine you're giving a presentation on innovation. Instead of rushing through your points, you pause for a second after you mention a new idea. That split second gives your audience time to digest the information and think about its relevance. A moment of silence allows people to follow along at their own pace. Pauses also help when you're nervous. They give you a chance to reset and gather your thoughts. The best speakers in the world aren't always those who speak the fastest, but those who speak with purpose and clarity. A 2019 study by the National Institute of Health found that when speakers use pauses effectively, they are perceived as more confident and in control. Incorporating pauses into your speech is a game changer. It lets you slow down, gives your audience time to breathe, and increases the impact of every word you say. Silence is powerful, use it to your advantage. Chapter 2: Body Language Hacks. Speak without saying a word. Did you know that over 90% of communication is non-verbal? That's right, your body language, gestures, and even your posture speak volumes. The way you move during a conversation can make you seem more charismatic, confident, and even trustworthy. First off, let's talk about posture. When you stand tall with your shoulders back, you instantly appear more confident. Research from Harvard shows that adopting a power pose can actually increase your feelings of power and influence. Standing in a posture that makes you appear bigger, think, chest out, head held high, triggers your brain to feel more confident and less stressed. It's a trick your body can use to communicate authority before you even speak. Hand gestures are another underrated tool. Using your hands while speaking can add emphasis and make your message clearer. According to Dr. Stephen Koslin, a leading researcher on visual communication, gestures help the audience better understand complex ideas. So, next time you talk, don't be afraid to use your hands. A slight gesture can add energy and focus to your words. But there's a fine line here. Overdoing it can make you seem frantic. The key is moderation. Keep your gestures open and avoid crossing your arms, which can signal defensiveness or insecurity. Instead, keep your hands relaxed by your sides or use them to illustrate your points naturally. Another secret to commanding body language? Eye contact. Holding eye contact for just a few seconds creates a sense of connection. In a study by psychologist Dr. Albert Mehrabian, people were found to feel more engaged when the speaker maintained good eye contact. But don't stare. A good rule of thumb is to make eye contact for 3 to 5 seconds at a time, then look away briefly. Lastly, pay attention to your facial expressions. A smile can immediately put people at ease. Research by Dr. Paul Ekman, a pioneer in facial expression studies, shows that people are drawn to smiling faces because they subconsciously associate them with warmth and friendliness. In short, body language is a silent communicator. When you use it effectively, your audience will feel more engaged and connected to you. You can communicate confidence and charisma without saying a word. Chapter 3, The Charisma Formula. Confidence plus authenticity equals connection. Charisma is a combination of confidence and authenticity. It's what makes people gravitate toward you, listen to your every word, and trust you. But how do you strike the right balance between being confident and being real? Confidence is a key ingredient. People can sense when you believe in yourself and your message. Studies show that confident speakers are more likely to be perceived as knowledgeable and trustworthy. But here's the thing, confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It's about showing that you trust yourself, your ideas, and your ability to connect with others. But too much confidence can backfire. That's where authenticity comes in. Charisma isn't about pretending to be someone you're not, it's about showing your true self. When you're authentic, people feel your sincerity. According to best-selling author Chip Heath, stories that evoke strong emotions are far more memorable than simple facts or statistics. Authenticity also makes your confidence more relatable. When you share your own stories or struggles, it makes you appear more human. In fact, a 2018 study by the University of California found that authenticity in leaders boosts trust and likability, two crucial elements of charisma. It's also important to know that charisma isn't just about how you speak, it's about how you make people feel. If you're confident but come across as distant or disconnected, your charisma will be limited. Charismatic people make others feel important and heard. Remember, confidence doesn't have to be loud. It can be quiet and calm, just like a steady presence in a room. When you blend this quiet confidence with authenticity, you'll attract people who resonate with your true self. As psychologist Daniel Goleman puts it, emotional intelligence is the key to charisma. Being aware of your emotions and how they influence others makes you magnetic. The formula for charisma is simple: mix confidence with authenticity, and you'll create a deep connection with others. Be yourself, trust yourself, and watch your charisma shine through. If you're enjoying these tips, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've got more powerful strategies coming up that you don't want to miss. Chapter 4, Storytelling Secrets, Craft Narratives that Stick. Great speakers know how to turn a simple idea into a story that sticks with their audience. Stories aren't just entertaining, they are one of the most powerful ways to communicate and make a lasting impression. According to neuroscientist Paul Zak, storytelling activates the brain's reward center and triggers the release of oxytocin, the trust hormone. This creates an emotional bond between the speaker and the listener. So, how can you craft stories that captivate your audience? First, focus on structure. Every great story has a beginning, middle, and end. Start with a hook to capture attention. This could be an interesting question, a bold statement, or a surprising fact. Then, dive into the core of your story, showing how you or someone else overcame a challenge. Finish with a resolution that ties everything together. The key is to make your story relatable. When you tell a story, people should feel like they are part of it. If you're talking about a personal experience, don't just focus on the facts. Instead, highlight the emotions you felt at the time. According to best-selling author Chip Heath, stories that evoke strong emotions are far more memorable than simple facts or statistics. Don't shy away from vulnerability. Authentic stories, especially those where you show a bit of struggle or failure, resonate more deeply. A study by the University of California found that people are more likely to connect with a speaker who shares their personal challenges, as it makes them feel more human and approachable. Another secret to effective storytelling is using sensory details. When you describe sights, sounds, and feelings, you draw your audience in. Instead of saying, "I was nervous," try, "My heart raced as I stepped onto the stage." This paints a vivid picture that makes the story more immersive. To master storytelling, practice regularly. Start with smaller anecdotes in everyday conversations. The more you tell stories, the more natural it will feel to weave them into your presentations or speeches. Remember, a great story can turn a dry topic into something unforgettable. Chapter 5, The Energizer, How to Harness Your Own Presence. Energy is contagious. Whether you're speaking in front of a crowd or having a one-on-one conversation, the energy you bring to the room can make all the difference. A study by Harvard Business School found that leaders who exude energy and enthusiasm are 50% more likely to be seen as effective and trustworthy. So, how do you harness your own energy? The first step is to know your body and how it responds to stress or nerves. If you're feeling anxious before a presentation, try breathing exercises to calm your mind and center your body. Deep breathing has been shown to lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone, which helps you feel more present and energized. Next, think about your posture. As we discussed earlier, standing tall and open can instantly boost your energy levels. It also signals to your audience that you're confident and ready to engage. A study by the University of Leeds found that adopting a powerful posture not only boosts your own energy but can also make you appear more charismatic to others. Another way to energize yourself is to focus on your passion for the topic. When you truly care about what you're saying, your enthusiasm will naturally shine through. Research from the University of Pennsylvania suggests that speakers who are passionate about their subject are more likely to engage their audience and hold their attention. But what about moments when you feel drained or exhausted? It's crucial to find ways to reset your energy quickly. A few quick stretches, a walk, or even a brief chat with a friend can reinvigorate you. Maintaining your energy is also about pacing. Don't burn out in the first 10 minutes of a speech. Instead, vary your tone, pace, and volume to keep things lively and dynamic. Finally, use your presence to fill the space. Whether you're speaking to one person or a large crowd, make sure you engage with everyone in the room. Move around, make eye contact, and smile. When you give off positive, vibrant energy, others can't help but respond in kind. Remember, your energy is a powerful tool. Cultivate it, protect it, and use it to keep your audience engaged from start to finish. Chapter 6, The Charismatic Conversation. Master the flow of dialogue. Being charismatic isn't just about speaking well, it's about creating a two-way connection. One of the most effective ways to do this is by mastering the flow of conversation. You can be a great speaker, but if you don't know how to listen and engage, you'll miss out on creating deeper connections with your audience. The first step to mastering conversation is to become a better listener. Active listening is key. Research by the University of California shows that people who are truly listened to are 4 times more likely to feel understood and valued. When you're actively listening, you're not just waiting for your turn to speak, you're engaging with what the other person is saying. Nod, make eye contact, and ask thoughtful questions that show you're paying attention. Another important aspect of a charismatic conversation is asking the right questions. Open-ended questions, those that can't be answered with a simple yes or no, encourage deeper dialogue. For example, instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" try, "What made your day so great?" This encourages the other person to open up, and it makes the conversation more dynamic. Be mindful of your tone and pace. Speaking slowly and clearly not only makes you easier to understand but also allows the other person to absorb what you're saying. A 2016 study by the University of Chicago found that people who speak more slowly are perceived as more confident and trustworthy. It's also crucial to match your energy with the person you're talking to. If you're speaking to someone who's more energetic, adjust your pace and tone to match theirs. This creates a sense of harmony and helps build rapport. Conversely, if you're talking to someone who's more reserved, tone it down to make them feel more comfortable. One way to become a better conversationalist is to practice empathy. Imagine yourself in the other person's shoes, and try to understand their perspective. People are drawn to those who make them feel understood. This is one of the most important aspects of charisma, making others feel like they matter. Finally, to truly master conversation, you need to focus on the connection, not just the content. Charismatic people don't just speak to be heard, they engage with others in a meaningful way. When you make the conversation about them, not you, it builds trust and creates a lasting bond. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more expert advice on how to become a truly magnetic speaker.